Good evening, friends. Welcome to the BISP Solutions. This is Rajbhat, and today I'm inclined to share the topic, the concept that is data management. And within data management, we will be learning the multi period loading. So, let me have a privilege to start this session. So, have you ever tried to build something with broken pieces? Or to follow a recipe with missing ingredients? That's what it's like to make business decisions with bad data. Data management is the process of ensuring our data is reliable, accurate, and ready to use. It's the foundation of everything, from financial reporting to forecasting. So you might have doubted why we are using data management within this instance, and what is the significance of data management and PBCS application. So first importance is accuracy. So data management ensures our numbers are correct. We can't trust reports or make good decision with the bad data. Or the second thing is the efficiency. It saves time. Think of it like organizing a library when books are in the right place. You can find what you need instantly. So these are the importance that we have discussed in data management in the PBCS instance, that why it is important, as well as what is the need of using the data management in PBCS instance. One more thing that I have just forget to tell you about, it is compliance. So one importance that I have just forget to tell you, it is compliance. It helps us to meet legal and regulatory requirements, protecting our company from risk. So here we are also discuss the data loading process, the ETL concept. So data doesn't just appear in our system magically. It goes through a process often called ETL. So what is ETL? We will discuss. So first let me draw that what is ETL. ETL. So here the E means extract. So E is for extract. This is where we pull data from various sources. These could be spreadsheets, databases, or other system. It's like gathering all your ingredients before you start cooking. T is for transform. So here what is T? So T is for transform. And L is for the load. L is for the load. So these three things that works under the data management, and what is the concept as well as process of the data management, how it loads the data within the instance. So this is really a fascinating thing and interesting thing, that how the professionals use the data management to load the various type of data. We have the multi-column period data as well as the multi-period data. So we will also discuss these all stuffs in the further classes, but here we have to be stick to our concept, that is data management and its process. So if we talk about the transform, so this is the most critical step. Here we clean the data and fix errors, remove duplicates, and make sure it's in the right format for our target system. This is where we validate and prepare the data. If we talk about the load, so this is the final step where we put the transformed clean data into a target system. Like a planning or a reporting application, we are stocking our shelves with high quality, ready to use products. It is very important to discuss the challenges also, because as we have discussed and we have learned the importance of the data management, so it is very mandatory to know its challenges. So now what happens when we need to load data for not just 1 month but for a whole quarter or even an entire year? This is called as multi-period data loading. It's not just repeating the process, it presents specific challenges. So first challenges that we face during data load, that is consistency. We have to ensure that data from January doesn't accidentally overwrite data from February. So we need a way to keep everything organized by its time period. The second challenge that we form and that we faced, that is performance. So loading a whole year's worth of data at once can be slow. We need smart strategies to make it fast and efficient. Now the third one is integrity. So integrity, how it faces the challenges. So if the data for 1 month is bad, it can corrupt the entire year's worth of the data. Our validation process has to be rock solid. So here you might have doubted what are the steps that we have to follow during the data management. So here we will also discuss the steps. Steps to load data, to load multiple period of data. Multiple period of data. So this is how we load the multiple period of the data, and here we will discuss the steps that how we will load it. So first steps that we have to keep into consideration, it is prepare your data file. Let me write the first step. Step first, prepare your data file. Data file. So first we need to prepare our data file. So what would be the data file? Your data must be in a flat file format like .csv or .txt. The file must include columns for all relevant dimensions such as account, entity, scenario, version, year, period, and amount. Crucially, ensure you have a period column that explicitly defines the month, like January, February, or the March. This is how the system knows where to put each piece of the data. So one thing I have to mention here, that the file must be in .csv or .txt format. Then the data management or the instance will allow you to load the data within the instance. The next step is create a data management and the data role loop. Step 2, create data management data load rule. So what we have to do within it? In Oracle PBCS, navigate to the data management module, go to the setup tab and select data load rule, and then click on the add to create a new rule. Select a location, choose the data load location that corresponds to your applications and the dimensions. Provide a name, give your rule a descriptive name, for example load Q1 actuals, and then set the periods. This is how you will create the. Here I can also mention the steps of it within it. First, navigate to the data load rule, then go to setup tab, go to setup tab and select data load rule. After that, select a location, select the location, what we have to do under it, choose the data load location that corresponds to your application dimensions. So you have to select the location within it. Then what you have to do, you have to provide a name, then provide name. The last thing that you have to do within it, is set the period. So these all are the steps that you have to follow in creating the data management data load rule. So the first step that you have to follow, it is navigate to the data load rule and then go to the setup tab and select the data load rule. After it, you are supposed to select the location, find the correct location, otherwise the data could be corrupted, and then provide a name. The name should also be the actual as well as appropriate as per the file structure, like load Q1 actuals, and then go to the set the period. What you have to do under it, this is the most important part for multi-period loading. You will define the source period and the target period. Like for a single period load, these would be the same. For a multi-period, it is distinctly different. So you will specify a start and end period. For example, source start period, Jan source end period, and then March. So these are the steps that you have to follow. You have to keep in mind that how you will arrange these all stuffs within the instance. Then another thing that we have to keep in mind, it is data defining import format. So this is how you will create the things in it. So the step third is define the import format. Define the import format. Here you will define the import format. So in the data management, go to the import format tab, match the columns in your data file to the dimensions in your Oracle PBCS application. For example, like map the account column from your file to the account dimension in PBCS, map the period column from your file to the period dimension. This is what allows you to load multiple period. Then the step 4 that you have to keep in mind, and that is very important to be followed, it is It is step 4. Step. So what it is? Execute the data load rule. So we have to execute the data load rule at end. So in data management, go to the workflow tab and select data load rule. I can also mention it here, what the steps you have to follow. So first thing that you have to keep in mind, go through the workflow tab. Go to the workflow tab. Go to the workflow tab. Then select data load rule. And then another thing that you have to keep on it, is choose your newly created rule. Then what you have to do, select the period. Select the period, and then run the load. After what you will do, run the load, you will select import form file, choose your data file, and then select export to target. What you will do within it, so this load the data into your PBCS application. The last thing is click the run option. So these are the things you have to follow in executing the data load rule. Then the last step that you have to keep in mind, it is that is step 5. Step 5, it is monitor the process. You have to monitor the process. You can monitor the status of the data load in the process details scan, as well as you can review the log file for any errors. If the load fails, the log will tell you exactly which records had issues, so you can fix your data file and try again. So by following these steps, you can confidently load data for multiple periods, ensuring your Oracle PBCS application has the correct up-to-date information for accurate planning and analysis. So this is how you will load the data, and you will find the data management load. And these all about the things where we have to keep in mind the steps. Let's do the recap of it. As we have learned today, the ETL form of the concept, that is extract, transform, and the load, where extract has the different meaning for it, as well as the transform, even the load. So the step to load multiple period of data, we have seen total 5 steps are there. So first step was prepare your data file, and then the file must be in the CSV or the TXT format. In the step second, we have seen that the create data management data rule is very much essential to make the rule, as well as to run the process smoothly. So within it, what we will do, under it we will go for navigate to the data load rule, go to the setup tab and select data load rule, and then select location. After it, you are supposed to provide a name, give an appropriate name to the data file, and then set the period. So setting the period is the last step under create data management data load rule. Then the step third talks about the define this import format. So then define the accurate import format and then execute the data load rule. How you will execute, it's the big question. So I have given the answers that what are the steps that you have to follow in the instance. Go to the workflow tab and select the data load rule. Even you can also choose your newly create rule, then select the period, run the load, and after the last thing, as we know, that click on the run options, the icon would be there in front of it. Then step 5 is the monitor the process. It will already show you whatever if the data loaded, so absolutely it will show all the 4 golden fishes. If it is not, so it will not show the golden fishes. So you can monitor the process whether the multi-period column has been loaded or not. So from these techniques we can load the things. So this was all about data management, and within the data management we have learned the multi-period data load. So thank you for watching this session. I hope you have enjoyed this.